fashionably late. I don't know what happened. I thought I allowed myself plenty of time to make my slides, but alas, I did not. But I do see you guys starting to chat while I'm still like working and stuff, and that makes me feel good that our tomato heads unite. I was going to say once a week, but now twice a week to come together. So welcome. My name's Lauren. If it's your first time watching, I have to tell you guys, something very odd is happening that I'm excited about, but a bit puzzled. So if I am co-admin of the group, if you're not a member, Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap. We're a community for tomato lovers from all over the world. We come together to learn, to share. We do share seeds, but we also share photos and, you know, all kinds of great things. It's like your one-stop place for anybody who loves tomatoes. Even if you're like on the border of liking tomatoes, join us or watch my show and you'll become a true tomato head like within no time. So anyway, I posted in the group 6 days ago that I had reached 2,000 followers on YouTube. I don't usually pay attention to this stuff, I'll be honest. I'm the worst YouTuber ever. Don't pay attention, but like YouTube, I don't know what it looks like now because I'm not on it, but it'll say like my name, the channel, and then, you know, 1K followers. And so I've had the channel, I think I just had my 3rd anniversary. I think I got a note saying happy 3rd anniversary. So I've had the channel for 3 years. And, you know, I inch up and I think I'm a very selective niche. I don't think it's ever going to explode into like 100,000 people or anything like that. I could be wrong. Maybe I'll encourage tomato heads to come out of, you know, the darkness and into the light of the tomato world. So anyway, 6 days ago, I put in the group, reached 2,000 members. And then yesterday, it was after my show. I've been doing my grow list, a series of grow list videos on Wednesdays. Yesterday was number 2 of the series. Probably it will go to like 5 or 6. And I noticed that it said like 2.5K or something like that. And I'm like, that can't be right. Like I grow, but I grow by like very small increments. So in 6 days, I've gained 645 followers. Every time I refresh, it's like more and more. I just looked that up, 2,645. I was talking to Kina and Jen about it yesterday. Jen knows a whole lot more about YouTube than I do. And I'm like, something's weird because it looks like I have 2,000. It was like 2,542. So I've gained 100 followers, subscribers since yesterday afternoon talking to Kina and Jen. So I don't know what's happening. I did see that my episode 1 of my grow list is getting like a couple thousand views. So I don't know. But anyway, if you're new, welcome. I am a crazy tomato head. I love tomatoes. I have a lot of fun with all of you guys. I do mostly live interactive things, although on my channel, if you look, I do have some how-tos with micro dwarfs and starting seeds, saving seeds, things like that. I'd like to do more of those too. I just need a camera person. So yes, so what you're in for, this is my Thursday show, Lauren's Tomato Awesome Sauce. And I go in detail through about 15 usually each week, different tomatoes. I show photos, I share stories, breeders, and all of that. And I bring you guys, the audience, into it as much as I can, especially on Thursdays, because I don't want to talk at you. I want to talk with you. We have a lot of fun. I would recommend grabbing a notebook and a pen because you may see 1 or 2 or 10 or 15 things that you want to wish for, put on your wish list. If you're not a member of Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap, please join us. Even if you hate Facebook, join just to be a member of our collective. It's the best place I've found, and I perhaps am a little biased, but we really are drama-free, kind, generous. I mean, beyond generous. Let me tell you, we have a post up right now where we're calling it seedy spring cleaning, and people are just giving away seeds without expecting a swap or anything, even a self-addressed stamped envelope in return. And that post has been going wild. So anyway, join our group. On Saturdays, we have something called Seed Seeking Saturday, and you can put up to 5 varieties each week that you're looking for. And chances are somebody's going to find at least one of them at some point. We also have a most wanted post, your number one most wanted, that is ongoing. It's been ongoing since we started the group almost 3 years ago. So if you see something, and a lot of what I show can be hard to find, you can write it down and put in Seed Seeking Saturday. We would love to have you, again, even if you hate Facebook, join us. But I'm glad you're here. Looks like we have almost 100 viewers already this early into the show, so that's amazing. I don't know what's causing it. I don't know. I started enabling something called Super Chats last week, where people can, donate a little bit. And Jeff Rainmaker said that could be it, because YouTube makes money off of that, of course, so it could be it. But my mind's a bit blown over the growth. I still look at it like that can't possibly be right. Like, I talk about tomatoes for 2 hours, but alas, it is. So welcome. Thank you all to new subscribers. I hope you have a good time. Let's see who's here. We've got Rowena here. Hey, Rowena. And Drew. My garage tomatoes are on their 3rd leaf. Outside tomatoes get started next week. Spring is here. It is. It is. Still too early for me to start most of my tomatoes. I will do that. Rob and I do that the end of March, the last weekend in March we have set aside. I've started some dwarfs to make garage tomatoes, and if you don't know what that means, it's something I created the term garage tomatoes a couple of years ago, where you start dwarfs because if you're starting seeds indoors and you have grow lights, dwarfs grow, not as big as regular indeterminates, which outgrow grow lights pretty quickly. And then I put them in grow bags, and often what happens in the spring, it's nice and warm during the day, but it's too cold at night to keep them out. So I'll put them in grow bags, and I'll drag them out during the day in the sun, and I'll drag them back into the garage where they stay overnight. So that's what garage tomatoes are. Glad to hear it, Drew. Hi, Leslie. Nice to see you. Make sure, if you've never joined, and even if you have joined, make sure you type in #tomato. I am responsible for all the prizes today. I wanted to do a special prizes just to celebrate 2,000 followers, 2,000 members on YouTube. Now we have 105 live viewers. It's just amazing. Gosh, the rate we're going, like it may be 3,000 soon. I don't know. It's kind of crazy, but I love it. Who else do we have? I didn't just say hi to you. Hang on, where'd you go? Mayor from afar, hey there. And Larissa's here. Susan, hi Susan. Deborah, hi Deborah. Hi Raj Q, viewer reporting for duty. All right. I promise I will show you some great tomatoes today. That is my promise to all of you. Brianna's here. Hi Brianna, nice to see you. And look who's here, Jen Joy. Looking so forward to watching, listening today. I'm over at Maynardville moving mushroom compost. So if any of you watched my show yesterday, my part 2 of my 2026 grow list, I shared that one of my best friend from high school who lives about 15 minutes away, and she has a farm. She wants to scale back. I give her seedlings and tomato seedlings and pepper seedlings each year, and she's like, I want to scale back today. And I jokingly said, I'll take your leftover space. And she's like, yeah, I'm serious. If you're serious, you can take it. So I'm debating, like, do I really want to do that? I already do a lot of work. What it would enable me to do is to not cut down my grow list, which I definitely need to do. It would allow me to see my friend more often. But yeah, I'm not really sure. And I'm not sure how many spaces, like it would require. I'd probably only be able to get over there maybe once a week. So I'm debating. Jamie, I don't know if Jamie's here today, but she put something in the comments of my video from yesterday. She's like, don't make it so you're not having fun anymore. And I am afraid of that. I have a sweet spot of 150 varieties for a reason. I can enjoy the varieties. I remember the varieties. They don't become a blur of what's what. But gosh, it is tempting, isn't it? We shall see. Hey, Scano Ongway, glad you're here. Hi, Nicole. Welcome. Randy, hi Randy, nice to see you. Raspberry Crunch. And blah blah's here, hi there. Hope you're all having a good day. Hey Jenny, 605 Living, nice to see you, welcome. Linda's here. Hey, Linda. Linda's always calling me Mrs. Tomato Head. It cracks me up. I mean, I am known as Mrs. Tomato Head, but she actually calls me that. Hey, Eric, nice to see you. Laura's here. Hey there. Looking forward to some tomatoes. Hey, Franconi again. Nice to see you. Greeting all tomato heads. Hey, Jerry. Thanks for coming. And Jeanette. I'm growing. I don't know if you saw was it my grow list? I think it was last week, part 1 of my 2026 grow list. I'm growing one called Jeanette's Heart, which is beautiful, Jeanette. I don't know if you saw that. It's from Heritage Seed Market or Bunny Hop Seeds. Gorgeous. Bred by, what's his name? Timothy C? It's Timothy something. I think it's Timothy C. But it's beautiful. Hey, Aldous. My first green stalk arrived today. Excited to use it for micros this season. Happy, happy tomato day. For those of you that may not know what a green stalk is, if you're out of the country, you may not know, but it's a vertical planter. I don't think they sell them out of the country yet, but maybe I'm wrong. I hope I am. It's a beautiful, you can get, you can get various sizes, and they're like 6 compartments in a circle, and they stack up, and you can put water in the top, and then the water comes down. They're great for growing a lot of things, lettuce and lots and lots of things, but they're also fantastic for growing a lot of micro dwarfs. And I breed micro dwarfs, and so I need to grow a lot of plants in order to select the ones I like. And so having them in a green stalk is perfect. So congratulations. If somebody's from out of the country, let me know. I'm pretty sure they're not international yet, but let me know for sure. Hi, Mariah. Nice to see you. And Mike's here. Hey, Mike. And Samantha. Hi, Samantha. And Nure's here. Hi there. We've got Sheena. Make sure you guys put in hashtag tomato. I'll do the drawings. I've got quite a few drawings of some really good stuff. I'll tell you about one of every prize package is getting one variety. I'll tell you about it in a minute, but I want to get through some of our friends here. Hey, June. Welcome. And Robin. Hey, Robin. If it's your first time watching, give us a shout out. Let us know where you're watching from, and we shall welcome you with open arms and tomato hearts. Hey, Carolyn. Nice to see you. Welcome. Hi, Rana. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen you, or at least your comments. Hey there. Nice to see you. Hey, Francis. Listening from the patio on my day off. Just seeded lots of flowers and herbs. How fun. Hey, first off, if you're watching on Instagram, unfortunately, I can't see your comments. My friend Sue Ellen with the farm, she was watching and commenting on Instagram yesterday, and I couldn't see it until after the show was over, until I physically went to Instagram. But I can't see any comments that come in. My platform, EVMux, doesn't allow that, and it also won't allow you to enter my giveaway tool. Doesn't pick up on Instagram, so you can watch. And hi there. I hope you're having a great day, but I can't see your comments. So if you do want to win a prize and get your comments coming up in the conversation, come over to my YouTube channel, which is Mr. and Mrs. Tomato Head. And for those of you that are watching on YouTube, if you can hit the like button, that would be swell. I would appreciate it. Hey, Greg. Welcome. Hi, Akelia. Nice to see you. And Eric's here. Hi, Eric. Welcome. Heidi's here. Hello. There's Jamie. Happy Awesome Sauce Day, friends. It's an adjustment getting used to 2 days in a row, I have to say. I love 2 days. 2 days in a row is a lot, but I'll get used to it. I'm thrilled that Ken's doing Tuesdays. I know he couldn't this week. But I'll get used to it. I'll get used to it. Hey, Tony. Welcome. Nice to see you. Catherine. Hi, Catherine. And Teresa's here. Jeffrey has some approved jokes today, just in case. Oh, Jeffrey's hilarious. I don't know if your jokes are ever approved. Hey, Natalia. And Haley's here. Hey, Haley. Listening while working on dinner. Yeah, what am I going to do for dinner? Hi, Terry. Nice to see you. Who else do we have? Hector's here. Hi, Hector. Hello, Tomato Brethren. I like that. And Rachel's here. Just want to try to make sure I get everybody. Hi, Anne. Welcome. And Pretty's here. And at Bridge 123. Hello, welcome. Thanks for watching. Lisa's here. Hi, Lisa. Tara Dove's here. Hello. And Sasha. Hi, Sue. Tuning in while packing some long overdue CD mail. I have a lot of CD mail to send out. And after these prizes today, I'm going to have a whole lot of CD mail to, excuse me, send out. Hi, Erin. Thanks for tuning in. And John. Hey, John. Nice to see you. Just want to make sure I'm getting everybody. Denise is here. Hey, Denise. Hello, my gorgeous friend. I love you. I love you back. I'm sure most of you know this, but if you are new to the my channel, I do the first Friday of the month. Normally, I do at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do a show, Tomato Talk Live, with my buddy Jen, who I was just talking to, Jen Joy, who's also got a fabulous tomato YouTube channel. She does a lot of gardening stuff, not just tomatoes, but it's a great channel. So we are going to be Tomato Talk Live. Our next one's April 3rd, Friday, and we have Angwe Ias. Some of you may know him as Phil Seneca of Good Mind Seeds. He is going to be joining us as our guest, and we're going to talk about tomatoes and genetics and asking Angwe all kinds of questions. So please tune in for that. We also have our annual plant swap coming up Friday, May 8th at Letort Park in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, which is the halfway point between Jen in West Virginia and me in New Jersey. It's exactly halfway. We rent a pavilion at this park. And you can bring any extra seedlings that you have that you want to swap, give away. I have a lot because I have a hard time culling, getting rid of seeds, or like I will plant two in a pot, and then I just don't have it in me to get rid of the second one. So I'll be bringing a lot with me, and the goal is to not bring any home because I can't. I just can't. My grow list is too big. But Jen loads me up with stuff, and I'm like, I want to kill her, but I love her too, because she's always given me good stuff. But the idea is to have a car loaded when I go and empty when I come home. So please join us. Mark your calendars. It will be all day, 12 to 6. We're getting a food truck. If all goes well, we have to do some contracts and licensing and things like that. But still working on that, but that it should work out okay. So we hope to see you then. All right, who else do we have? Did I get everybody? Hashtag tomato. Oh, I turned you into a tomato head. Yay! I'm so glad to hear that. Sorry, not sorry. That's awesome. Hey, Janet. Nice to see you. Welcome. And thank you, Terry. Hit the like button. I appreciate it. 2.64 thousand subscribed as of today. Congratulations. Yeah, I just got 4 more from the time I started. I'm not complaining at all. It's just I'm not used to it. Not used to it at all. I guess people like a crazy lady sharing their grow list for 2 hours. I don't know. Oh, thanks, buddy. It's incredible, my friend. So excited for you. You deserve to explode. What do you guys think? For those of you that know YouTube, why do you think it is? Is it because I started the super chats? Is it because I reached 2,000 and then I go up in the algorithm? I don't know. I don't know. We are sharing the good news of the page. I noticed that too on the one video, and thank you for doing that, Jeanette. I appreciate it. The one video, that part 1 of my grow list, people shared it a lot, which is great. They're probably like, hey, I get a load of this crazy person. It's because you rock and people on the anniversary show helped. Aw, thank you. Hey, Aldous, so amazing. Congrats, Lauren. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Jessica, Dawn, hi there, welcome. And Elizabeth Bang, congratulations. Elizabeth, I think I granted you something in Most Wanted. I think it was yesterday. I don't know if you saw it, but you may want to check that. I'm pretty sure. Hey, Rebecca, welcome. Jamie says, I bet the super chats have pushed your algorithm. YouTube sees you have fans, so your reach is expanding. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. They want to, they make money from it. I think they take about 30%, so that would make sense. Yeah, Quincy thinks the same thing because of the super chat, since YouTube keeps some of it. Yep, congrats. Hey, Leslie, nice to see you. I do, for those of you new, I do talk about tomatoes. I just like to say hi to as many people as possible. Oh, I've got some good ones to talk about today. All right, I think I've got everybody. So, Jeffrey, you're so kind. This is when I'm referring to super chats, this is what that is. Thank you, Jeffrey. I appreciate it. You just gave me money yesterday. You're very, very kind. If you guys, I'm going to be talking about, Jeffrey's the new owner of Secret Seed Cartel. He has a forever coupon code of 20% off with the code TLC20. He's got a great selection of seeds. I'm actually talking about 2 of the varieties that he carries and are in stock today. So thank you, Jeffrey, and check out his website. I never promote vendors that I don't personally like. So, what are you doing, Jeffrey? Another one? You're so kind. Thank you. I appreciate it. See somebody saying hi to Nuno, but I didn't. Oh, there's Nuno. Hey, Nuno. Thanks for joining in. Uh-oh, what's going on here? Uh-oh. I'm getting some kind of warning message. Yesterday, I've been known to kick myself out of my own show. It happens. I'm a hot mess. I'm a hot mess who tries really hard. But yesterday, towards the end of my show, and I had just finished talking about all the tomatoes, my internet went out for like 10, 15 minutes. So I know some of you were still chatting. I couldn't end the episode, but I couldn't be on there. It was weird. All right, scrolling through. Hi, Tanya. Thanks for being here. Hi, Gigi. Nice to see you guys. I think I've got everybody. Oh, I'm still 14 minutes behind. Hey, Brandy. Happy Awesome Sauce Day. I'm listening as I plant the rest of my tomato seedlings in the garden. It's already 87 and hot in Texas. Good for you. Good for you. Oh, Rach, thank you. Thank you for everything you do and your kindness. Very, very kind. You guys don't have to do this, but it's very kind and appreciated a lot. Oh, Quincy, you too. Gosh, thank you. I knew you before you were famous. I told my daughter Riley yesterday, because she doesn't have a YouTube channel, but she's a singer actress, and she's 30, so they know these things, and so she's like, go into YouTube Studio, and she's like, I bet they're not watching you for the entire 2 hours, and I'm like, Riley, I think they are. Like, I can tell my viewership doesn't go down an hour or two from what I can tell. And she's like, I'll show you. And she goes in the algorithm. She's like, yeah, you're right. They watch you for the entire 2 hours. I don't know. But you know what? I think I like these shows because it helps us to forget about our problems. I live with chronic pain. It helps me to forget about my pain for a couple hours. I have lupus and fibromyalgia. And it's a nice escape for a while, don't you guys think? Good for our mental health. So I've got like a cult going here of new tomato heads, but there's worse things to be addicted to. Are you going to talk about the plant swap in Carlisle today? Not sure what there is to talk about. That was 13 minutes ago. So, yes, we've got the pavilion that we've used this. This will be our 6th time. This will be our 3rd plant swap. We started a fall date also. We do a tomato tasting in August 28th we're doing this year. It's a great time. Even if you can't bring seedlings, if you're just getting started and want some seedlings, come. It's not like you give me, I give you. That's not what we're about. It's please take. We want you to love it. And we want you to grow something really, really good. Seriously. There was some guy that came last year, I think his name was Mike, who came to our plant swap last year. And he was just a local, and he happened to see our pavilion. And he's like, yeah, I grow tomatoes. And Achille, I think of you specifically. I remember you, and we're like, here, take this. And then he ended up joining the group, and he popped by at our tomato tasting in September, too. It's really neat. Hey, Ken. Stopping in on my lunchtime. Hello, everyone. Hi, Ken. I mentioned Ken's pepper show, I think a couple minutes ago, but if, forget the date of March 10th, but Ken just started a show just like this one, but for peppers. It's normally on Tuesdays. He wasn't able to do this week. He had a rough week, family issue, but loss in the family, tragic loss in the family. But tune in if you like peppers. Make sure you tune into Ken's show. His YouTube channel is Forgotten Heirlooms, and he's got a website. He's a vendor also, Forgotten Heirlooms. He will be at Carlisle also with some seedlings and probably seeds. I'm not really sure. But he's a great guy, and the show is a resounding success. I'm really happy for you, Ken. All right, let's get a couple more people. I just want to make sure I'm not missing everybody. And we will start talking tomatoes. Oh, Rowena says green stalks available through a couple of vendors in Canada. Good. Is it super expensive? Good. Oh, Kyla, thank you. Wow. Thank you very, very much. I'm humbled. I don't even know what to say. I feel kind of guilty. But I wholeheartedly, like, I feel like I'm going to cry. It means a lot. Thank you. I will never sell seeds. I like to share openly and get things out in the circulation. But I do spend money on the platform to come to you all and, you know, make graphics and stuff like that. But that's my choice, and I love it. I'd do it for free, but everything helps, and just your kind wishes means a lot. So thank you all. And I'm saying this whether you donate or not. Please don't feel like you need to donate. But I'm touched. Hey, Jennifer Bell, I haven't seen you in a while. Nice to see you. Garden Girl, hola, awesome sauce tomato angel, hello. Becoming a green stalker's Heidi Joris. Samantha Brisbaugh says there's a Canadian supplier called Vessie's that sells green stalks. Lauren, I discovered that you had posted part 2 of your grow list late last night. I was up very late with my Shamrock swap package and a new Lauren video. Well, it wasn't late for me. It's same time on Wednesdays. So 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Right now, I think Europe still hasn't turned their clocks ahead. So the UK is 4 hours ahead. Kina in Norway is 5 hours ahead. But it was the same time. So Wednesdays is going to be at this time. When I'm done with my grow list videos, it will start to be garden tours, and I do unboxings and things like that. I have a lot of unboxings I want to get to. All right. Gosh, we have 127 live viewers. Welcome if you're new to the channel. I give away seed prizes at the end. Hashtag tomato. Just put it in the comments. You only need to do it once. And I've got like 11 prizes to give away today. Normally it's people donating today because I reached 2,000 members a week ago, and now it's exploding for some reason. I wanted to give away prizes. It's been a while since I've given away prizes on my show. All right, what else was I going to say? Anything else? Oh, Erin, thank you. It's word of mouth because you're awesome and we love you. Thank you, Erin. I appreciate that. The more popular you get, the more YouTube promotes your lives. Yeah, but I always thought like I'm so specialized. You know, Jen does a lot of gardening stuff, almost homesteading type stuff, and that is obviously very attractive to a lot more people. I'm super specialized. I'm like just tomatoes, and my live shows. You know, I was talking to Rob last night. He's like, when I'm looking for a YouTube video, normally it's a how-to or something. It's like 10 minutes tops. And I'm like, I know. I would see a 2-hour video and say, sayonara too. I wouldn't want it. But if it was about tomatoes, I totally would. Like Ken's show with the peppers, I totally would. So you would think that would only appeal to a certain amount of people. But I guess not. The weather helps, I bet, plus a lot of people wanting to grow their own. I think so. Everybody's happy for spring. It's because all of our friends and family constantly hear Lauren this and Lauren that, so they go and check you out and say, ah, now I get it. Thank you, Francis. If you're just joining us, I co-run a community on Facebook, Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap. Run it with Jen Joy and Kina Tonarud. Join. We would love to have you. You could have never grown a tomato in your life, but are curious about growing tomatoes, and we will welcome you with open arms. There are no stupid questions. Truly, we all started somewhere. That's what we're all about. So we would love to have you. Okay. Oop, I was napping and missed the start. No worries. You know I haven't talked about a tomato yet. Oh, Natalia, thank you. My little 2 cents to get more views for this amazing channel. Thank you, guys. Wow. I told Kina and Jen I was going to mention it the first time I did it, which was last week, and then I was never going to mention it again. I just wanted you guys to know it was there. So very nice, very unexpected. I appreciate that. All right. How are we doing? Did I say hi to everybody? I think I did. Remit, I'm so struggling with my grow list. You and me both. Yesterday I got this massive envelope from Joe Raris of Joe Matos, and he told me he was sending me things, but oh my gosh, and one of the prizes I'm giving away pertains to that, which I'll talk about in a second. But it's like, as soon as I think, all right, I've got it down, and then like Alex from Lucky Garden tells me there are 3 I have to grow, and then Ongwei sends me an envelope, Bill Yoder sends me envelopes, and now Joe Raris. So it's a constant struggle. I don't know where I'm going to find what I'm going to cut off. Hey, Kina, coming in a bit late today. You know I haven't talked about tomatoes yet. Hi, Kina. Kina is our third moderator, admin of Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap. Jen, and I have been there since the very beginning. We started it as a kinder, gentler tomato community where we can all learn and grow and have fun, have a lot of fun. Thanks, Jamie. You work so hard to entertain us. You absolutely deserve all the goodness. Thank you. You guys, I hope you know the feeling's mutual. I love these. Like when I said I would, 2 days in a row is a bit to get used to. I love Thursdays, and now I love Wednesdays. I love doing tomato research. I love making the slides. Like, I love everything, and I love being with all of you. It really is like, I don't want to be so cliche and say it's family, but it kind of feels like it. And even if you're just joining us, you're one of us now. I've never met more Heidis than I have in this group. No joke, right? Heidis must love tomatoes. Seriously. Seriously. Oh, thank you, Melly Mango. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Dana says, just starting some tomato and pepper seeds and listening. Ikaruya Mamoto, I'm sorry I butchered your name. Perhaps the post in TLC with 10,000 members reminded them you do this too and you got a bump. I don't know. I bet it's the super chats. They're like, hey, people are giving. We can make 30%. Oh, thanks, Terry. Just tomatoes. You give us so much more info, genetics, origins, where to find that tomato, all that with a smile. What more do you need? Thank you. That means a lot. Hey, Kelly. I'm finally able to comment. I've missed you, tomato heads. Oh, yeah, you were having trouble, weren't you? I'm glad it's worked out. All right, let's talk some tomatoes. But I keep alluding to, I'm giving away 11 prizes. Part of what Joe Raris sent me yesterday is this. I talked about this variety on this very show last week. It's called Casino. Let me show you, where's my slideshow? How do I always lose my slideshow? Okay, let me go back a bit. Oh, is it here? Nope, this one. This is Casino. Joe Raris did not breed this, but he was neighbors with the guy, Pat Cece is his name. He brought these seeds from Italy. It is not easy to find. You can find them at a vendor in Canada. Heirloom Tomatoes of Airdrie, is that their name? Casey's Heirloom Tomatoes, I think. They do sell them. But he writes on this note, he says, it's also known as Pat Cece Italian Paste. He said, I did not put these up for sale because of a very limited quantity. Please share. Do not let this 100-year-old plus variety perish. Older seed, but still good. So every prize today is getting some Casino, and I think I'm going to do something in the group too, maybe an offer with a self-addressed stamped envelope. I will give this out. I am going to grow it this year. the other slide I showed, and I talked about this last week too, is there's a sport of casino. It's a little easier to find, called casino chips. So Pat was the guy who got it from Pat CC, and I think Joe from Joe Mados, and if you don't know who that is, you can find him on Facebook here. He's been giving out seeds, thanks to Pat, and other people have it now too. But casino's not easy to find. And so if you'd like to grow it this year, like if you would grow it this year, maybe send me a private message in Facebook. But I am giving some away with all the prizes at the end of the episode. And don't let me forget, you guys, I have another trivia question for us this week, which is a bit of a surprise, the answer to it. All right, let's talk tomatoes, shall we? What's the first one? Amish paste. Seems a bit pedestrian, right? In the group, I guess it's about a week ago, maybe just a couple of days, somebody asked the question, what is your favorite paste tomato to make sauce? My answer is always the same. I use all tomatoes to make my sauce. Cherries, beef steaks. I don't normally love the paste tomatoes, the Roma tomatoes. They're okay. I do love a variety, an F1 hybrid called Little Napoli, which is I talked about it yesterday on my Grillers show. It's like a 2-foot tall compact variety, and it gives out these awesome Roma tomatoes. They're so sweet, and they're so early. They're one of my earliest. So I don't normally love the paste tomatoes. I did suggest one that I grew years ago. It's an old heirloom called Opalka. I think it's from Poland. And then I remembered a few people have told me lately how good Amish paste is. And so I went and I found an article at Thresh Seeds. All right, am I not sharing this anymore? I guess not. Hang on. And I shared it in the group. Amish paste or Roma, a gardener's guide to choosing the best paste tomato. And it goes through and it talks about other varieties, Roma types, and it talks about the difference between a Roma and Amish paste. A lot of the Roma paste tomatoes get something called blossom end rot. And that is kind of calcium leaching out of the soil, most often due to like inconsistent watering. Sometimes it's super rainy and you can't control that. And so paste tomatoes, especially early paste tomatoes, are prone to that. But apparently Amish paste is not prone to that. It's very disease resistant. It's big. It says what really sets these two varieties apart is their flavor and texture. Roma is characteristically dry when you cut one open, and you will frequently find that the locules are filled with air, not juice like Amish paste. They also tend to have fewer seeds. So Amish paste is a little juicier, I guess, than a regular paste tomato. In fact, I think it's here in Dr. Carolyn, yes, it is. It's one of the varieties listed in Dr. Carolyn Mail's book, 100 Heirloom Tomatoes for the American Garden. She's got a spot, earned a spot in the book here. She talks about the plant being a bit wimpy, like having wispy leaves, prone to concentric and radial cracking. She says Amish paste is quite juicy and has an average amount of seeds. Many viewers describe it as heart-shaped, but it's really closer to a plum. So she really enjoyed it. It's a nice picture in there. So if any of you have grown Amish paste, it's been around forever, I would love to hear from you. Let me get you guys the link to this article if you want to catch it. Read it yourself. I'll put it in the comments. You may have read it if you're in the group and you saw that comment I made, but it's a really interesting article. This Thresh Seeds was a new one for me this year, new vendor for me. That's where Big Elmer came from, which I talked about yesterday. And where did it go? It's owned by a geneticist gardener, and her name's Becky Weeks, PhD. She's a geneticist with a passion for gardening, She spent 15 years researching plant genetics and development, later applying these principles to aid in the breeding of commercial corn and soybean variety. She lives on a farm in Iowa with her husband, 3 children, where she enjoys growing just about anything and experimenting with the breeding of new vegetable varieties. So this is Thresh, Thresh seeds. You can check them out. But yeah, I was very intrigued by, look how big those are. Tomato Fest carries Amish paste also, or Thresh seeds too. Anybody grow it? Let me get to the comments here. Onway says, I've grown Amish paste and it wasn't bad, but for me, Hog Heart is my favorite paste. Huh. Okay, gonna have to look that up as she writes it down. Hog Heart. Thanks, Onway. Sipilla's Pride, I've heard of this one. Another good paste. Growing Saucy Mary. I saw another Saucy Mary. Okay, I did not love it. Lots of disease issues for me. Interesting. And that's kind of the whole thing with this, that it's not as susceptible to disease. So this is another reason why the live show is super helpful, because we help each other out with our experience as well. Amish paste will be in my garden for a 3rd year in a row. Love the size and quantity of tomatoes a plant provides, and they are huge. They look huge. Oh, and Julia says it was a dud for her. Got 2 fruits. Taste flavor wasn't good enough to keep up with the problems. And Randy says Amish paste is a top tier tasting Roma type. Every year I try, but it only gives me a couple and then eats them like apples. So it seems to be hit or miss, Amish paste. All right, good to know. Next, I recently received a beautiful and generous envelope of a whole bunch of Lithuanian varieties from another tomato head friend who may be watching today. Thank you. And I've featured on my show 1 or 2 Lithuanian varieties before, but I'm surprised I haven't talked about this one before. It's Anupras from Lithuania. It's a medium early variety grown under cover, tall with traditional leaves. And if you've grown this, let us know. Large fruits, 200 to 650 grams. I guess the breeder of the variety and her father, named Anupras, managed to grow 800 gram to 1 kilogram fruits. Flat raspberry-like thin skin, fleshy, juicy, sweet melting flesh. Old family heirloom variety from Vilnius, brought to Lithuania from Georgia. I saw some things on other sites too. A protected species named after the person who preserved it. Wonderful breed, both in its yield and fruit taste. Tomatoes are slightly flat, red, rich, meaty, moderately juicy tenderness. Delicious with bread and drippings. It is suitable to treat the guest, and it is not, this is all, of course, it was in Lithuanian, so sometimes translations don't work out. Not ashamed to put such gifts because the tomatoes are strong. It is not scary, and they will start to crack through all the seams on a longer journey. Okay. That's Anupras. And thank you again for my friend who gave me a whole bunch of Lithuanian varieties that you can't find much information about. So that's really exciting. All right, next. Pasquini's Passion. This one's exciting to me. This information is from, I talked about them a couple minutes ago, Casey's Heirloom Tomatoes of Airdrie. It's an indeterminate regular leaf. They say it's the finest beefsteak tomato. And they say Pasquini's Passion is an absolute flavor standout, one of my finest tasting beefsteaks, as it possesses such an incredible depth of flavor. Fruits hang on clusters of 4 to 5 per truss. Average around 300 grams with slight ribbing. It's a variety sent to me, meaning Casey, by Glenda Zamzow from Alberta, who saved a few varieties from her 92-year-old Italian gentleman's tomato garden. So there you go. Has anybody grown this one before? All right, we're still talking paste tomatoes. Jen says, I really like Santa Maria as an amazing tasting paste type. Nice. I'm growing a few paste ones this year only because I was given seeds and they're super rare, including Casino. Casino is supposed to be an excellent paste tomato. So I shall be growing that, and I hope many of you will too. Anybody with Pasquini's Passion? Anyone? I actually just placed an order for this today. When I found it, I was like, ooh, I wonder if they're still shipping to the United States. And alas, they are. I think I actually have the link, as a matter of fact. Do I? Yes, I do. I shall put it in the comments. It's at did that go? Yeah, kcheirloomtomatoes.ca for Canada. All right, I'm going to assume no. Moving on. Marmande Verte. Tried to grow this 2 years ago, and my seeds were, the plant was a cuckoo. And what a cuckoo means is it's not true to type, so either a bee cross happened, seeds got mixed up or whatever. Mine turned out to be a red. I am a big fan of green when ripe, or GWR tomatoes, and so this one to me looks divine. I'm not growing it this year. One of these days I will try to regrow it. Anna, you're killing me. I do have seeds for Pasquini Passion. It sounds good, right? Who sells Pasquini Passion? I just put the link in above. It's Casey's Heirloom Tomatoes in Canada. If you scroll up a bit, you should see the link. Yeah, it sounds great. All right, Marmande Verte. Rare mutation from a red French heirloom, the Marmande tomato. It's a green when ripe that usually weighs in around 12 ounces. This is information from Secret Seed Cartel. I rate the taste. I obtained seeds originally from a French grower. And I'm not sure if he still sells this one. When he took it over, I'm not positive. Jeffrey, I don't know if you're here. The information I have is from an old post from when Terry was running it. If you sell it. Oh, wait, do you? Hang on. Did I write this one down? I'll look in a minute. I rate the taste in my top 3 for greens. Adds beautiful color to a tomato platter and makes a sweet green ketchup. Thick flesh and mild sweet flavor. Fully ripe, they get a slight yellow tinge to the skin, which is pretty typical of green when ripe tomatoes. It helps a lot to know when a green tomato is ripe, for those of you that have never grown them. Fully ripe, they get, yep, already read that. This was the very first green when ripe tomato we ever grew, French origin. Let's see if Secret Seed Cartel still has it. Marmande. Yes, they do. Is it in stock? Yes, it is. Let me give you the link. Exciting. If you go to secretseedcartel.com, or you can click on this link, and don't forget TLC20 for 20% off. What did you look at today? Marmande Verte or Pasquini's Passion? Not surprised. Keenan and I we tend to look at the same things and not even know it. Greetings, Earthlings. Hello, Food Forest Permaculture. Greetings. Welcome to Tomato Heads Anonymous. Katya, I also bought seeds for Pasquini's Passion last year, but it never made it to my grow list. And Jeffrey says, we do still have them. All right. All right. My favorite green was Aunt Ruby's green. It was my best tomato this season in my drought and tastes fantastic. Nice. Very good. I grew that years ago. It's a good tomato. Jennifer says, I grew Grandma Mary's paste last year. And while prolific, they took forever to ripen. I'm trying out Astiana this year. All right. Rowena's got seeds for Marmande Verte, but no room this year. And Jamie says, thanks to my tomato angel, I'm growing Marmande Verte this year. Kina said, Marmande Verte, I saw them in my binder and looked them up to see the colors. Nice, they look pretty, don't they? All right, moving on. Speaking of Kina, Kina gave me seeds for this a while ago, and I've never talked about it. Pompano Ruffled. Breeder is Iva Grasa. Not positive that's how you pronounce it. She's from Slovenia. Isn't this beautiful? Her website is tomatojunkie.eu. Tomato Junkie with a KIE.eu. She says, it's my tomato variety, a stable cross between the varieties Kosovo and Sweet Beverly. It is a slightly ribbed, heart-shaped salad tomato of bright yellow color. The flesh is creamy, the core is juicy, the skin is firm, so it keeps for a long time even after harvesting. The taste is pleasant, sweet, nicely balanced with acidity. The plant is very tall. It bears fruit well early in the season. Kina, you grew this, right? Tell us your thoughts. And if anybody else has grown it, let us know. They look fantastic. Very nice pictures. It is amazing, yes. Kina might be behind. If you're just joining us, make sure you type in #tomato. I'll be giving away some great prizes at the end. All right, I'm going to move on. Oh, okay, here we go. Kina, Pompano Ruffled was super productive, and it was good too, so I didn't mind. That's good. Nice to hear. Hi, Zoya. Thank you. I appreciate it. They look like little pumpkins. They do. I love the shape. And I love the paler yellow inside and the darker sort of orange on the exterior. Hi, Mandy. Nice to see you. All right, next one. Babushkina Radost from Russia. I kind of sounded a little Russian there, didn't I? Probably not. Babushkina Radost. Secret Seed Cartel does have this one. Let me get you a link. I think I have the link. Yes, I do. And again, don't forget TLC20 coupon code gets you 20% off. All right, here it is. Let's find out about it. It translates to grandmother's joy, Babushkina Radost. This old world treasure from Russia's Kalenko family collection lives up to its name, grandmother's joy, with every sun-warmed slice. True to classic Russian breeding, it's a tomato with heart and heritage, offering generous yields and that unmistakable heirloom character. Vigorous, Jeff's write-ups on Secret Seed Cartel are just amazing. Vigorous and determinate plants produce large pinkish red beefsteaks from mid-season right up until frost. Each fruit weighing 10 to 16 ounces shows off softly ribbed shoulders and a deep corked stem scar, those charming imperfections that mark a true heirloom. Inside, the flesh is dense and meaty with just a few seeds, making it ideal for thick slices, sandwiches, or caprese-style salads. The flavor, a perfect balance of sweet and savory richness that lingers. A cherished piece of Russian tomato history, still winning hearts generations later. It's an indeterminate, regular leaf, mid-season until frost. What does Tatiana's tomato base say? Anything in addition? The seeds were sent to Tatiana's tomato base back in 2014 from Alexei Kulik, who was 15 at the time apparently, who received them from Natalia Kalenko of Armavir, Russia. Mrs. Kalenko and her family have been growing many native Russian heirlooms for many years, and she shared seeds from her seed collection with Alexei Kulik, a Ukrainian seed vendor. Wait, he couldn't have been 15. I think he's around my age, isn't he? A lot of times in Tatiana's tomato base, it'll say his name and then 15 next to it. Somebody correct me. Somebody that knows Alexei, let me know. Was he like a child genius like Angwei was? That seems wrong. I thought I heard he was around my age. Or maybe even, no, I thought I heard he was Older. Imagine that, older than me. Yeah, that must be wrong. Anybody grown this one? Oh, I'm Anthony. Hey, Anthony. I missed you. Welcome. Oh no, really? My sound's not matching up with my voice? Sounds off on mine. That's a bummer. You know what? I'm gonna log off and come back on. I promise I'll be back. Maybe that'll fix things. Oh, let me get rid of this too. Exit screen share. Get rid of this and this. All right. It's funny, I kick myself off all the time. I don't know how I do it. And now I don't know how to get off without ending the broadcast. Did this get any better with closing some of the stuff out? Sounds fine for me. Mine was gone, finally came back. Okay, I had some other windows open, so maybe it was that. All right. Good. That's funny. I do kick myself off all the time just for moving my mouse. I don't know what I do, and I'm just looking like, how do I get off without ending the broadcast? I have no idea. Okay. Bobby grew it. It was nicely flavored and meaty. And other people are saying sounds fine. Okay. Guess we solved it. And then Christy says hers is not in sync. Okay. Not sure why it is for some and not for others. I apologize. You know, let's stop here and let's do our trivia question. You guys ready? If you haven't been here, nobody actually wins anything. It's just for fun. I started doing this a couple weeks ago. It's a multiple choice question, 4 possible answers. I ask a tomato related question and you just put the answer to what, oh, hang on. Rosalina Matilda is growing Babushkina Radost this year. Nice. You'll have to let us know what you thought. All right, so you can just put the letter to the answer you think it is in the comments, and we'll see how we do. Ready? Here it is. What color were the first tomatoes cultivated by indigenous peoples in South America most commonly? What color were the first tomatoes most commonly? What color were they cultivated by the indigenous peoples in South America? Yellow, pink, green, or red? Have about 15 seconds. I don't see any answers. Come on, guys. All right, here's some answers. A. Here we go. A lot of A's, and that was the correct answer. Yellow is the correct answer. Wow, a lot of you got it right. I think I have a little more information here. Let's see. The word tomato comes from the Nahuatl. Angway, don't kill me for mispronouncing that. Word of tomatl, Tomatl, and early European descriptions often referred to them as yellow fruits, which translates to pomo d'oro, or golden apple, which I never knew. You know, you hear the word pomodoro all the time in relation to tomatoes. So there you go. Learn something new every week. All right, moving on. I'm surprised at how many of you got that right. I'm not sure, if I hadn't seen the answer, I'm not sure, would I've guessed right? I may have. Can't guarantee it though. All right. Amarillo, that's right, Melly. Amarillo. All right, next one. This one is by the wonderful breeder who's coming out on the scene these past couple of years, Natalie Casanelli of Ukraine. This is called Green Heart of the Steppe, or however you pronounce STEPPE. Open ground plants 1.3 to 1.5 meters, sparse regular leaf, vine-like but strong stems, best to grow in 2 stems, large heart fruits 300 to 400 grams, some even 600 to 700 grams, dark purple with heavy green striping and metallic sheen. Purple, pink, sweet flesh with fruity aroma, mid-early, productive, resilient, and mainly for salads. Who's growing this year? I am not. But a lot of I'm talking about another one for varieties in a little bit. She's got some beautiful things. They do sell this at Tomato Eden. Let me get you the link. I think I have it. Yes. Yes, all of her links are so long. But you can go to tomatoeden.net and search for it. Green Heart of the Steppe. I think several vendors overseas carry this one too. There we go. Jen says Ben talked about that during a taste test video. Of course he is. Ben's good with the tomato trivia, isn't he? Kina says, I think I'm growing it. I have to check. The photo on the right is from Tomato Eden. The photo on the left is from Natalie, Natalie's Facebook page. Steppe is Ukrainian climate zone or territory, very close to savanna, kind of. Long grasses and lots of open space. Nice. Sounds kind of like long grasses, lots of, like a prairie type thing. Kate, I'm growing a couple from Casanelli, but sadly not this one. She's got some really beautiful ones. I'm growing a GWR for the first time. Which one are you growing? You have to let us know. All right, moving on. Moving right along, chicky boom, chicky boom. This one's called Nikki Crane. This is also mentioned in Carolyn Mail's 100 Heirloom Tomatoes for the American Garden. Right here, Nikki Crane. She says this variety deserves distinction because it performs much better than other heart-shaped varieties, which tend to have low yield and variable flavor. I guess the origin is unknown. She says the yield for Nikki Crane is moderate when compared to other heirlooms, but downright prolific in the world of heart-shaped varieties. And its taste is also outstanding, rich but not too sweet. Nikki Crane produces large, firm, and well-formed fruits. Consistency of shape is usually not common to heart-shaped tomatoes, but this one bears nearly perfect fruits throughout the summer. The yield is usually blemish-free, and I've never seen any blossom end rot. Looks spindly with its wispy, droopy foliage, but it grows vigorously. It has narrow, finely dissected leaves that sag. Ironically, this somewhat listless foliage usually means that the fruits to follow will be superb. Huge marigold-like blossoms and potato leaf foliage, potato leaf, Kina, also tend to indicate excellent taste in the subsequent fruit. Because the foliage is sparse, sunscald may be a problem with this variety. She says taste is superior, complex, not too sweet. Anybody grown Nikki Crane? Nikki Crane, Nikki Crane. Yes, prairie. Okay, I get it. Thank you. What does Tatiana say? Anything in additional? Wispy foliage, medium to large pink heart-shaped fruit, very meaty flesh with small seed cavities, very few seeds. You can tell from that interior photo. Like I see one seed. Excellent sweet flavor, outstanding taste, very huge pink hearts with outstanding taste, very good yield. Sounds good. Anybody for Nikki Crane? This one's been around a long time. No? Allison, the fiber fanatic. It will be my first GWR ever, directly influenced by Laura, and I couldn't find Malapine, so starting with this one. Oh, have you started yet? I'd be happy to send you Malapine if you would like it. You can private message me on Facebook, or you can email me. But if you've already started, long gone, which one are you growing? You have to let me know. Tanya's growing Malachite box for the first time. I'm super excited. It's an excellent tomato. Excellent, excellent. I think you'll be really happy. Kina says, nope, it didn't make it, so she's not growing Green Heart of the Steppe. I think it was on my grow list like 6 months ago, but then all these other things started coming in and I had to give it a bump. Bobby says, I'm making notes for next season. Good. Good. All right. Nobody for Nikki Crane. Wah, wah. What's next? Out of Time by Bill Yoder from the U.S. The Color Wizard, the Rockstar Tomato Breeder. Okay, Allison, Malachite box just popped in soil a few days ago, so we shall see. Well, feel free to email me if you'd like to try something else. Out of Time. This looks really similar to one I showed. Gosh, was it yesterday or I think it was last week on my Grow List show. Fascination. Yes, Akeelia, right? Because I was singing the song. Keep feeling fascination. Thankfully, I don't know Out of Time, the song. It's by REM. Very productive, medium-sized, heart-shaped fruits. These kept producing all season until I ran out of time and had to pull the plants. And then Bill says, it's from his REM series, it is literally the last plant growing in the greenhouse, ridiculously productive, it just won't quit. Anybody growing Out of Time? I'm not. It definitely does look like Fascination. I don't have an interior photo of this one. And look at the shape. The shape's super cool. It kind of looked like also one I showed yesterday, Xanthe, Xanthe, although that one looks outstanding, but similar coloring, similar shape. Pretty's growing Out of Time. Nice. Very nice. All right. I was thinking Save a Prayer. Maybe I'm mixing them up. I haven't grown Save a Prayer, which is weird because, like, I'm a huge Durrani, and, you know, a couple years ago when Bill had done the Prince series and he did the Depeche Mode series, and I'm like, you should make your next one Duran. And I don't want to claim that he did it because of me, but I think it helped. And I helped him with some of the names and stuff. I grew a lot of the Duran ones, but I haven't grown Save a Prayer. And I feel like I'm cheating on my band. I do. Like, I should be growing all Duran. But I'm not. One of these days I'll get to Save a Prayer. I think a lot of people loved it last year. Owen Wolf says, I'm growing Out of Time. Nice. I know, John, always tempting when the varieties are named for the band I love. I do love REM too. I just don't know a lot of their, like, I know their hits, but I don't know a lot of their, like, obscure stuff. Duran, I can tell you every lyric to every song. Not the more recent stuff, but yeah, for sure. I think Save a Prayer is also Bicolor Heart. I think you're right. I grew the Chauffeur this year. That was a beautiful, beautiful tomato. And a good song. All right, next one. Pink Champagne. This was one by Joe Raris of Joe Matos. Not to be confused, there's a cream of the crop pink champagne that came out recently. So there's technically two pink champagnes, which is unfortunate. Joe's has been out for a while. The Cream of the Crop series is a joint collaboration with Mark McCaslin of Frog's Leap Farm and A.P. Whaley. We were talking about this in the group just a couple days ago. Somebody was thinking, a lot of us grew, and including myself, grew Beefy Purple last year, which is technically Cream of the Crop Beefy Purple. And so, but some of the Cream of the Crop varieties are F1 hybrids, which basically means, how do I describe this for those of you that don't know? There's a mother and a father plant, and they breed it, and it's a perfect recipe, and it gives you these seeds, but once you save seeds from that and regrow it, it starts breaking apart. So it's not, I mean, you can save seeds and grow from it, but you'll never get the same plant again. A lot of people talk about heirloom varieties. Heirloom is technically varieties that are 50 years or older. So the opposite to hybrid is really open pollinated. Those are varieties that are considered stable, where you can save seeds and grow year after year. You can trade and all that fun stuff. So I went on this tangent, but I just want to make sure you guys don't confuse Cream of the Crop Pink Champagne with Joe's. You can find on his Facebook page. Let me get you. I think I made a banner for it. Yes. Check out his Facebook page. It's Joe Matos. Joe Raris. He's the same guy that gave me all these casino seeds to give away. Let's find out about his pink champagne. It's a fruity little cherry, bred by Joe. Orange pink color is unusual, and you will get a ton of them. I found it to be reliable and disease-free. This variety is definitely worth a try. About 60 days to maturity from transplanting. This is J&L Garden Seeds. They have a tab on their website just for Joe's varieties. They have a couple of them, a handful of them. Joe doesn't have a whole lot of varieties, but enough. And then the casino chips, he's the person that got them from this friend, but he didn't breed them. He just helps distribute them. So that was from J&L Garden Seeds. Joe himself says, beautiful pink cherries with skin that glitters with gold flecks. Exquisite fruity flavor, is crack resistant and very productive. This compact grower produces cherries until frost, superb for eating fresh. Anybody ordered these from Joe? Joe started taking seed orders this year when I approached him. Many people were looking for St. Patrick's Day, which I'm growing. He started selling some of his seeds, and pink champagne's one of them that you can actually get from him. I have to get it. Yes, you do, Larissa. My last name is Champagne. You're right. Melly says, the stream is bad for my wallet. I've already started my seeds last night. Here I am on different websites with seeds in my shopping cart. Sorry, not sorry. My seeds from Joe arrived today. So excited to grow his tomatoes. Did you get all of them? The one I'm excited for is Pop My Cherry. Sending seeds to Kina and Jen for that one too. Just for the name, and it looks really good. Pop My Cherry. It's a clever name for a cherry tomato, is it not? But this one sounds good. And you ordered a bunch from Joe. Good. Good. Hey, Cindy, all the way from the Philippines. Good morning to you. If you guys are just joining, make sure you type in #tomato. Gigi got seeds for it from Joe. Excellent. Excellent. And Heidi's growing it. Nice. Type in #tomato. I'm giving away a lot of prizes today in celebration of 2,000 subscribers to my YouTube channel, which I reached last week. All right, here's another one. Haze. Here's another one. This photo, again, is from Casey's Heirloom Tomatoes of Airdrie. It's a variety from Bulgaria. Casey says, Francis received these seeds from the proprietor, Bob Ponting, of a cafe in Haze, Alberta. The gentleman said they were his family's heirloom from Bulgaria. The name of this variety has been lost, so Francis decided to name them after the city of Haze. And then Tomato Faifu from Belgium says, very little information is available on this heirloom variety. Some even doubt its authenticity as they do not have enough traceability. According to Tatiana's, actually I'll just read Tatiana's. Jeffrey Casey, the owner of Casey's Heirloom Tomatoes, received the seed in 2008 from Francis Matcham of Alberta, Canada, who in turn obtained it from the proprietor Bob Ponting of a cafe in Haze, Alberta. As the name of this variety is long since been lost, she named after Haze, indeterminate regular leaf plants with wispy appearance, medium-sized pink heart-shaped fruits, excellent sweet flavor. Pink, excellent sweet flavor, Kina. Looks good. Has anybody grown Haze before? Yeah, you're right, John. The bigger wallet impact is buying more grow bags and soil. You're not wrong about that. Pretty. I think I ordered all of what Joe offered. Nice. So a lot of you got casino chips then, I assume, right? That's the Sport to Casino. And if you missed the beginning of the episode I was sharing, he sent me these seeds for casino. He said he didn't have enough to actually sell them, but he wrote in this note to me that he wants me to give them out freely. The seeds are a little old, he said, but they're still good. And you can, I don't know if it'll show, but they look really good, honestly. And so looking for people to carry this on. I'll do something in the group to perhaps self-addressed stamped envelope, but with every prize I'm giving away today, casino is going to be part of it too. Nobody with Haze? Oh, Rowena's got Haze seeds. Missy, I grew Haze last year. Not a strong tomato flavor for me. Lacks acidity. Oh, that's a bummer. Interesting. You've got excellent flavor, but then you look at things like excellent flavor according to who, right? I could say something's excellent flavor, and you guys could be like, not for me, it wasn't. Climate makes a big difference too. Amount of watering. You know, Jen and I tend to disagree on a lot, which is, I think, is great for our show. You know, we have two perspectives of different things. So it's so subjective. Just because I say something's good doesn't mean it is, which I'm kind of self-conscious of, you know, giving away seeds for like Malapine and Angwe ES. I'm like telling everybody it's the best thing you'll ever eat. I hope you think so. I think so. Gosh, we have 151 live viewers right now. Welcome if it's your first time watching. My name's Lauren, otherwise known as Mrs. Tomato Head. I'm a crazy tomato lady. Love coming to you once a week. Type in hashtag tomato if you haven't already. I'll be giving away seeds. And this is open for people all over the world, by the way. It's not just the United States. If you win, you can win from anywhere. Rosalina's growing haze this year. Nice. Nice. You don't see much about it. I think Seed Savers Exchange has it, and I think, well, obviously Casey's Heirloom Tomatoes has it. Thanks, River Rock Farm. Make sure to hit the like button. Yes, if you can hit the like button. I hear it helps me out a lot. Thank you. Sugar pudding. All right. Jeff has this at Secret Seed Cartel, and I asked him earlier. He didn't have anything about it, and I'm like, what's with sugar pudding? And he's like, I don't know, it was kind of a late edition. And so then he asked Terry, who had it before, and she's like, I don't know, I think I got seeds from Heidi Dolan. So, but I ended up finding information from organicseeds.top. Medium early variety. We think it's from Ukraine. Plant is mid-sized, 100 to 120 centimeters high, requires support. Fruits were flat-rounded, slightly ribbed, large, 300 to 500 grams. Look at this photo. Secret Seed Cartel, you guys take the best photos. You really do. Pink and crimson with sweet sugary flesh. Anybody grown sugar pudding? Let me give you the link to get it from Secret Seed Cartel. Instantly need sugar pudding, I know. Just put the word sugar in a variety too, and you need it, right? I have seeds for sugar pudding, but I haven't grown it yet. Oh, sugar pudding looks beautiful. Let me get you guys the link. Did we figure out how much sugar we're putting in the water yet? No. But let me tell you, somebody on my YouTube channel who watched the show, what she's talking about, Akelia, is our last, was it our last Tomato Talk Live? We had Ashley from Gardening in Canada channel on the show with Tomato Talk Live, Jen and I. And she said that you can water the leaves with sugar water and it will make the tomatoes sweeter. That is her claim. And so we were all like, oh my gosh, we're totally trying it. And somebody on my channel afterwards watched the show and she was livid and said, Ashley's completely wrong. I don't know if it's a he or she. I don't know why I assume it's a she, maybe the name. She said she's very irresponsible giving out this information. It can't happen. If you check out the show, the link to the show, Tomato Talk Live from March on my page, you can check it out. I think it was on my page that the person said it. So check out the comments and you can read it for yourself. So it may not be true, but who this person is, I couldn't tell you. I do tend to trust Ashley, but just wanted to throw that out there. So how much sugar, I'm not really sure. We'll have to do our own research. Comments. I was going to put the link up to get sugar pudding. Jeff said it's a really good one. Jeff from Secret Seed Cartel. There we go. And again, don't forget TLC 20 gets you 20% off. Jeff's growing it now. Love the name, I know. Becca says there needs to be a Stevie Nicks line. Yeah, I'll have to ask Bill if Stevie Nicks is his thing. He's more kind of into the new romantic type stuff from the 80s. I'm not using last year to make a decision on any of my tomatoes. My proven favorites weren't good last year. I'm hoping that this year's better. You just never know, do you? The weather can change from year to year. The past couple of years, I've had issues with malachite box. I've gotten fruits, but then they kind of wilt like I don't know if it's bacterial wilt or what, but they kind of don't last the whole season. Another reason why I loved Malapine better, not only did it taste a little better, but they were super productive and lasted longer. And so then I got new seeds for Malachite box last year from a completely different source, and same thing happened. So you just never know, do you? I think somebody else recently told me that with Malachite box. Not trying to scare any of you for growing Malachite box. It is an earth-shattering, delicious tomato. But I'm saying for me, for whatever reason, it hasn't been liking my climate the past couple of years. I'm not even growing it this year. Talk about cheating on my favorite. That was tied for my favorite tomato of all time. Malachite box was with Suffer Well from Bill Yoder. And Malachite box was long before Suffer Well came along. I'm not even growing Malachite box this year. I feel so guilty. I love Malachite box. It's delicious. Don't let me sway you. If you're growing it, you're going to love it. I think you will. So yeah, sugar pudding was a very tasty tomato for me. Excellent. I'm glad I didn't miss that. Good to know. Thank you. Fernanda, the sugar pudding looks gorgeous. Yeah, put the word sugar in tomato name and you just need to have it, right? Yep, the name just makes me want to grow sugar pudding. And look at the deep red color. I love that. I love that. I'm not always the biggest fan of red tomatoes. Bacon, lettuce, and this was an exception. But when it's this deep, often I find with red tomatoes, it looks nice and red on the outside, and you cut into the inside, and it's just kind of anemic looking. Oh, and Queen Nanny. I was talking about this yesterday. Angwe's variety Queen Nanny is a delicious red. Delicious red. That's a sugar and pudding I could eat. I'm not eating sugar or pudding anymore. There you go. Yep, you can totally eat this. Jess from Roots and Refuge does use molasses. Sounds like a fun thing to do. An experiment on 2 plants, one with sugar, one without. I think I am going to do an experiment. I think I may try it on micros, actually. Deborah Henderson said Malachite box tomatoes grew small for me. Had you grown it before? Was this your first year? Rebecca said, regarding Amish paste, I've tried to grow it maybe 3 to 4 years unsuccessfully. I started seedlings for a coworker. He loves it. I think my nights are too cool for Amish paste. Interesting. Interesting. Jen's using molasses. Drew says, the Malachite box clone I overwintered is the strongest clone of all I kept. I can barely stop it from setting fruit indoors, even as the other clones struggle. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Love the name Sugar Pudding. Me too. So you can find that at Secret Seed Cartel. All right. And I think like I said, there's only one other site, organic.top, that I saw it on. So Jeff is the only person in the United States, at least. All right. This information is from Heidi Dolan, Pennsylvania Dutch. And if you've grown it, I'm dying to hear about it. I said Secret Seed Cartel takes the best pictures. I want to add a couple more people to that list. Heidi Dolan, Bill Yoder takes great pictures. Kina takes great pictures. But Heidi Dolan, she always puts like the leaves and the coleus in it. They're beautiful. So this photo is from her, as is the information from her Instagram, which is Twine and Trellis, a great Instagram page. Oh, by the way, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I do detailed reviews on there. My channel is, surprise, surprise, at Mr. and Mrs. Tomato Head. I put reviews up from time to time when I can. But anyway, this is from Twine and Trellis, otherwise known as Heidi Dolan, who's a wonderful person and tomato breeder. And she says, oh, check out this tomato's interior. Slices almost look like a piece of choice steak. When I cut the first fruit, I gasped. Are you anxious to know the identity? This is an old but new tomato release debuting here. More on origins later. It's called Pennsylvania Dutch. Tall, regular leaf plants produced really well in my Colorado garden. Nicely oblate fruit were big 12 to 18 ounce, virtually blemish-free with superb taste and meatiness. I loved their silky, buttery texture and their thin skin. Drooling. As you can see from my picture, fruit have virtually no core. Wowee. Flavor is sweet with almost no acidity. Great for people with tummy conditions or those who prefer less acid in their tomatoes. I loved them. From Iva Grassa, who received seeds in a napkin from the Amish from Seven Springs, Pennsylvania, who have grown them for generations. They could not give them a name. They were known simply as their tomatoes. Iva paid deference to their origin by in turn giving them the name Pennsylvania Dutch. A great grow out last year. More will be in the garden this year. And then one of her comments, I won't say the name of the person who commented, but she said, if you aren't a yellow tomato lover, this one might persuade you. I'm so glad this tomato found its way into my garden this year, and for the sweet tomato community who shares special tomatoes. So that was put in, I guess that was from Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap. I'm not sure. Or maybe that was on her Instagram. I'm not sure. So that sounds good. Anybody grow it? Kina says, Pennsylvania Dutch did very well for me. Massive, orange, delicious tomatoes. I thought you had grown it. Sugar puddings from Ukraine signed me up. I love looking through your tomatoes on Instagram. The grid format makes it super easy to see the pictures and names of the variety I'm looking to research. Thank you. I'm long overdue to put another one up. I love the fact it has no core. Says Rach. The Christina Joe Pennsylvania Dutch looks so meaty. Sandwiches. Yeah, I'm not a big orange yellow fan either, but I'm still always on the lookout. I think I'm growing, well, on the bubble for me this year. Angwei told me about Coastal Pride Orange. That one's on the bubble. I may have to give it the heave-ho, but we shall see. It's on there right now. Okay, another one from Natalie Castanelli. Isn't this beautiful? Kina, are you growing this one? Box with a Secret, F5. Natalie Castanelli is from the Ukraine. She says, it's a young variety of our own selection that is from Natalia Casanelli. Today in the F5 stage, it behaves as stable. It was obtained by crossing the varieties Pink White Zebra and the old variety of Folk Selection Black Prince. Plants with thin but very strong stems and the usual type of leaves. Medium habit, it is better to form into 1 to 2 stems. They withstood the heat and extremely high temperature of 2024 very well and set a large number of fruits. May still show some segregation, mostly in fruit size. What she's saying there, what she means is it's been grown out for 5 generations. So it's not officially stable, even though it's performing stable for her. But what she's trying to say is perhaps the fruits may look a little bit different if you decide to grow it. When things aren't stable, you will often see the F number after it, F5. Usually by F7, F8, people have stopped with that and they're saying it's stable. But not always, not always. A lot of Sophia Sakavas I grew last year were F6s, maybe some F7s, and they weren't all stable either. Some people that don't even have the F number there, their stuff isn't exactly stable. So there you go. Fruit appearance. The outside of the fruit is painted in shades from olive green to raspberry bronze, depending on how much sunlight the fruit receives. Interior is tricolored with pink, yellow, and orange streaks and blushes on a dark olive background. Olive colored gel, my fave. Flesh is buttery, melting, juicy, and very sweet with a prune-like aroma. Mid-season, very undemanding and disease-resistant. And Natalia says, buy Ukrainian, grow Ukrainian, taste Ukrainian. I love that. Anybody growing it? Lori O.B. from Nebraska. Box with a Secret looks like my kind of tomato. It looks like mine too. I don't have it on my grow list. It's in. Kina says it's in our ultra rare grow out this year. What she's talking about, if you guys don't know, in our group, Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap, our community on Facebook, we do grow outs each year. We have teams that grow things out pertaining to a different categories. So I've got an Angwei Ias category this year. Kina does ultra rare. Jen has a bunch. Aquilia is helping us out with one. Linda, Deb are helping us out. Michael Kelly. And so like I'm doing a Lee Goodwin one, and we've got Kina's doing France. So it's all different categories we pick each year. And so Kina's saying that somebody's growing this for our ultra rare grow out this year, which is always a popular one. All right, where's my slides? I think this was the last one. Anybody else growing it? Love the inside, so pretty. It is. Linda says, eek, gorgeous, gorgeous. I don't think Tomato Eden has this one. But you guys can write. I know there's some people who've been ordering from Natalia who have it. Maybe put it in Seed Seeking Saturday in the group, and perhaps somebody can grant it for you. Ooh, I love it. Gigi's growing it. Nice. Nice. Natalia, I'm sure you do. I approve this message of buy Ukrainian, grow Ukrainian, taste Ukrainian. I've grown a lot of Ukrainian over the years. This year I'm kind of taking a step back and doing a lot of American stuff. But I've done a lot of Ukrainian over the years. And I did Natalie's Painted Piglet this year and really enjoyed it. Wow, another breeder I have to look into. This looks awesome. We do have, Heidi Coddington has created a breeder resource sheet for the group, but it hasn't had Natalie's final approval yet, so we haven't posted it yet. But it looks great, so be on the lookout for that. I think I copied down Natalie's Facebook page so you guys can check her out. Did I? Yes, I did. So here's a link to her Facebook page. I shall put it in the comments. And she posts all kinds of beautiful pictures of her creations. She's got a lot of great creations. Kelly says, what a beautiful tomato box with a secret. I know, I know. All right. So that is the last tomato. Have you guys all put in hashtag tomato for the prizes? I'm going to be busy. You guys are going to have to bear with me with getting prizes out because I still have probably a week's worth, but I will get them out. Evelina, hey there, my friend. I've just sewn box with a secret. I love how it looks. Me too. Me too. I'm trying not to I'm trying not to talk myself into growing it. I do have seeds too. You only need to put in hashtag tomato once. And what I ask is if you win, please either email me. Private message is best. And if I don't answer you right away, I promise I will. Or email me if you're not in Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap. And here's my email address. I can't possibly write them all down and contact you all, so I ask that you please contact me, and I'll get your address and we will give it out. So here's the packages I came up with. I'll just say them actually as I am giving them, and there's a grand prize at the end with a lot of my all-time favorites. And as I mentioned, all the prizes will include casino seeds. First one is for 2 people. It's Joe Raris's St. Patrick's Day, Casino Chips, and Ongwe's Prince Charming's Bastard, which I still have a few seeds left for. So that is the first 2 prizes. Who's going to get those? Where's our giveaway tool? I was trying to do 2 separate prizes. I was hoping that the giveaway tool, like I can do a separate one and do hashtag casino and just give out a whole bunch of casino seeds, but it wouldn't let me. I can only do one at a time, so opted for the hashtag tomato. All right. Oh no, where's our thingy? Hang on. I don't have the thing to I don't have the thing to draw. Ah. What happened? Let's try this. What the heck? Settings. Reset. Start. What the heck is going on? All right, well, it's going. This is weird. Okay. We'll just do it this way. You guys don't know what I'm talking about, but I do. Destiny Moon, congratulations. It'll also be best if you can keep track of the prize you won and just let me know, because there's going to be so many. So this is St. Patrick's Day, Casino Chips, and Prince Charming's Bastard. Destiny, congratulations. Next one. Doesn't have any sound or anything. This is really weird. But at least it's working, I think. Lori Obie in Nebraska. Congratulations, Lori Obie in Nebraska. That's St. Patrick's Day, Casino Chips, and Prince Charming's Bastard. You can email me or best to private message me. All right, next one. Seeds are Angwe ES Casino, Malapine, my new favorite green one ripe, and a pink I talked about last week called Pink Floyd. And this is for 2 people also. Here we go. This is kind of anticlimactic without like the sound effects and all that. I don't know what's going on. When I was screwing around with hashtag casino, it must have done something. Carolyn Cardy, 2192. Congratulations. Please contact me. And then second one, and again, this is Angwe ES Casino, Malapine, and Pink Floyd. And if any of you win and you already have a variety, we can switch it out with something else. Next one. That's kind of boring. I mean, giving away prizes isn't boring, but where's the Amber Lawrence 1647? Congratulations. So that's Angwe ES Casino, Malapine, and Pink Floyd. Next one for 2 more people. Angwe ES Coatli Salubong, Soika Gakwa. So those are all Angwe ES varieties, and Casino, adding that in there too. So 2 of those. First one. And add that in. Linda Wickersmith 4014. Congratulations, Linda. And then the next one. Samantha Brisbach. Congratulations, Samantha. So again, that's Angwe ES Coatli Salubong, Soika Gakwa, and Casino. Next prize for 2 more people. Some of my favorites of this year, Burnt Sugar, which is a great dwarf. Hazel Creek, Swisher Sweet, and Casino, of course, for 2 people. First one. I'm going to have to fix this for next week. Boring. Niels of 2112. Congratulations, Niels of 2112. And then second one. Again, this is Burnt Sugar, Casino, Hazel Creek, and Swisher Sweet. Hoping to get these out within the next 2-3 weeks. Jamie Bonani, 6629. Congratulations. I'm about a week behind. I'm hoping more like 2 weeks. I'm about a week behind with stuff I've already committed to, and I am working on them. And I know some of you might like to grow the stuff this year, but so I will do my best. But it's a lot of prizes. Congratulations, Jamie. I think that was one of those, right? So we still have the second one. Again, Burnt Sugar, Casino, Hazel Creek, and Swisher Sweet. Christina G21. Congratulations, Christina. Next one, Casino. Avenidas, which was my favorite Spanish pink from last year. It was fantastic. Prince Charming's Bastard and Triumph of Sophia. 2 people. No, I'm sorry. This one's one person. My apologies. It's for 1 person. And this goes to Cindy Scenes. Congratulations, Cindy. That's Casino, Avenidas, Prince Charming's Bastard, and Triumph of Sophia. And again, for those of you who've won, if you've already got something, we can switch it out. And then the grand prize. I put together very loosely a package of all of my favorites. And you may have them. Again, we'll switch it out. This is Suffer Well, Malapine, Nano's Meatball Dwarf, Dwarf Awesome, Malachite Box, Burnt Sugar, Hazel Creek, Angwe ES, Casino, which I haven't grown yet, so I don't know what's a favorite, but I had to stick it in there. Missoura, Swisher Sweet, Uptown Funk, Verde de las Landas, Avenidas, Raspberry Beret, Jarson 1 Tricolor, Jarson 10 Tricolor, and maybe a couple other things. So this goes to 1 lucky winner. And let's see who wins this. if I've traded with you before, chances are you have a lot of these already. I'll find some other goodies to put in there. Laura Bradley, congratulations, Laura. You get the grand prize. So thank you, all of you guys. If you won, please contact me and we will work out your address and all of that stuff. Thank you guys for helping me reach 2,000 followers. What are we at now? 2,656. It's the craziest thing, but it's really great. Thank you all for joining. If it was your first time, I hope you come back. I will be back next Wednesday for part 3 of my 2026 grill list video. And then again next Thursday for this Lauren's Tomato Awesome Sauce, where I will feature the 15-ish varieties I'm obsessed with next week. Thanks for those of you who donated so kindly today. I appreciate that as well. And yeah, I will see you guys next week. I wish it wasn't like 6 days until I see you again. I'd like to spread it out a little bit more, but Mondays aren't great for me. That's all right. We'll keep it at Wednesdays and Thursdays. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining. Peace, love, get your gratitude on, and go grow tomatoes. Bye, gang. Good luck with your germination.